Welcome to the spoken tutorial on parameterized constructor in Java. In this tutorial, we will learn about a parameterized constructor and to create a parameterized constructor. Here we are using Ubuntu version 11.10 OS, Java Development Kit 1.6 and Eclipse 3.7.0. To follow this tutorial, you must know how to create a default constructor in Java using Eclipse. If not, for relevant tutorial, please visit our website which is as shown. What is a parameterized constructor? A constructor that have parameter is called a parameterized constructor. It can have one or more than one parameter. Let us now create a parameterized constructor. So in the Eclipse, I have student.java file. We created this file in the previous tutorial. Now inside the constructor, we will give the variables their default value. So roll number is equal to 0 instead of 10 and name equal to null instead of Raman. Then type system dot out dot print ln I am a default constructor. So we have created a constructor with no parameters. In Java, such constructor is also called a default constructor. Now we will create another constructor. So type student parenthesis, inside parenthesis int the roll number comma string the name. So what we have done is declared a constructor with parameters. The name of the constructor is student, that is the class name. Inside the parenthesis, we have given two parameters to the constructor. We can give any number of parameters to the constructor. Now inside curly brackets type system dot out dot print ln I am a parameterized constructor. Then roll number is equal to the roll number. And name is equal to the name. So we have created a constructor with parameters. Now let's call this constructor. So in the main method type student stu2 equal to new student within parenthesis 11 comma in double quotes Raju. Let's call the student detail method. So type stu2 dot student detail. Now save and run the program. We see the output on the console. The default constructor is called first. It initializes the variables to their default value. Then the parameterized constructor is called. It initializes the variables to the values that are passed as the argument, that is 11 and Raju. Let us see how the parameterized constructor works. When we call the parameterized constructor, we pass two values to it. These are called arguments. The value 11 is copied to the parameter the roll number, and the value Raju is copied to the parameter the name. Then the value of the roll number is assigned to roll number, and the value of the name is assigned to name. Hence, in the output we see 11 and Raju. Let us see the common errors when we call a parameterized constructor. Suppose we pass a single argument to the constructor. So remove Raju. We get an error. It states that the constructor student with parameter int is undefined. So the number of arguments must match the number of parameters. Here we can retype Raju and resolve the error. Alternatively, what we can do is define another constructor with a single parameter. Let us do that. So, student within parenthesis int r number. Inside curly brackets type system dot out dot print ln I am a constructor with a single parameter. Then roll number is equal to r number. Save the file. We see that the error is resolved when we define the constructor. Let's run the program. On the console, we see that the roll number is assigned the value 11, while the name is null, since the constructor takes only one argument. Let us now call back our constructor with two parameters. So, type student stu3 equal to new student (11, Raju), then stu3 dot student detail. Suppose here we pass 11 as string, so add double quotes. We get an error. It states that the constructor students string string is undefined. So even the data type of the argument must match with that of the parameter. So now remove the quotes and save the file. Now we do not see an error. So run the program. In the output we see three constructors. The first one is the default. The second one is the constructor with one parameter, and the third one is the constructor with two parameters. This is how we create parameterized constructor in Java. Why constructor? The variables in a class must be initialized each time an instance is created. It can be tedious to initialize all the variables. So, Java allows objects to initialize themselves when they are created. This is performed through the use of a constructor. So, in this tutorial, we have learned to create parameterized constructor, functionality of parameterized constructor, and the advantage of using constructor. For self-assessment, create a class employee. Create constructors with different number of parameters. To know more about the Spoken Tutorial project, watch the video available at spoken-tutorial.org. What is a Spoken Tutorial? It summarizes the Spoken Tutorial project. If you do not have good bandwidth, you can download and watch it. The Spoken Tutorial project team conducts workshops using Spoken Tutorials, gives certificates to those who passed an online test. For more details, please write to contact@spoken-tutorial.org. Spoken Tutorial project is a part of the Talk to a Teacher project. It is supported by the National Mission on Education through ICT, MHRD, Government of India. More information on this mission is available at spoken-tutorial.org/nmeict-intro. This brings us to the end of the tutorial. Thanks for joining. This is Prathamesh Saunke signing off. Jai Hind.